This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
Freaking.com.
Sent you an email that probably has a little bit more information in it, and you can just check that whenever you have a chance to get internet access.
Fortunately, I tried signing up for this year, and for some reason I couldn't get it to work. I was putting my credit card number in, it didn't work.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're an agent, I wish you safety, and if you are not an agent, then I thank you for sticking with us this long and putting up with this questioning.
You know, I figured that there would probably be some sort of initiation process. I mean, that stands to reason, right?
Exchange of what?
It stands to reason that there might be some sort of initiation process.
Well, we shouldn't be getting to a point where we're hazing, or anything like that.
Well, it's a fine line, and I feel that you're walking on the respect side of that line, and I feel that others are walking on the disrespect and intimidation side of that line. However, I would like to meet with these people, whomever is accusing me, directly, yourself as well as who else is hiding in the shadows, and let's have a conversation as men.
Okay. Well, anyway, my email to you invited you to meet with me at noon tomorrow in the bingo hall, so you can certainly still do that, and maybe by that time we could round up accusers. If you want to go further with this, I feel like you've gone fairly far just by talking with me and talking with them for so long. I would find it to be a difficult process if I were in your shoes in either case. So I appreciate it.
No, it is definitely a difficult process. And I'll tell you what, I understand and I appreciate your invitation to meet up tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon. However, it doesn't help me sleep. It doesn't. After all this has been going on, I really think that it's imperative that we meet tonight.
Do you meet with your accusers?
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously, if you were an agent and you demanded that, it would be potentially hazardous for the people involved to need to bring them to such a meeting. But I'll relay your concerns to them.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
My largest concern, and I hope that you can relay this to everyone involved, is that I didn't want to come here to I guess, you know what, forget it. I was going to say I didn't want to come here to have to feel like I was looking over my shoulder, but that's ridiculous because it's obviously a situation that requires that. I wish it weren't, but it is. That's the world we live in. Maybe I can help.
Well, let me check and see what I can do, and we'll see what happens.
Thanks, Dave.
I'll just cut you loose for now.
It's nice meeting you.
How should I contact you in an hour or so?
Text message, cell phone.
Okay, the cell phone that you gave me on your card.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you out there.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
I'll talk to you soon.
I'm still recording.
No, excellent. Hey, Dave.
Yes. Thanks. Okay, thank you. I'm recording again.
Thank you.
Okay, let's chat. Here's Ridley.
Smoking a cigarette right now. Would you like to go somewhere else?
Whatever you feel comfortable with. Chat.
Wherever you like. Oh, Jeremy, right?
Yes.
I met you the first day I got here.
Let's come chat right over here. So I kind of facilitated this meeting. So I'll start by stating that myself, as well as several other individuals that have attended this conference, had some suspicions about the potential that you may be a government operative. So I confronted you with my my suspicions, and I tried to do it in a reasonable manner, and you responded to me reasonably, and I appreciate that. But I think we could take this opportunity. There's some more committed Free Staters here. I'm not a Free Stater myself, so I wanted to take this opportunity to allow you to have a conversation with them and with us, and we can kind of work this thing out. Because if you are wanting to come to the Free State, I hope that this wouldn't be a deterrent to bring you here, because you seem like a reasonable guy. But there's some suspicions that we'd like to chat with you about.
Absolutely. Well, I think he also has some concerns about his safety.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That should be tantamount.
First and foremost, I want to thank you for coming over and speaking with me directly. It was my goal when I came here to meet you guys. I was actively seeking whomever is involved in the organization of these events and the Free State Project. As you all know, I run a marketing company, so I was hoping to prospect you, but that definitely took an interesting turn, and here we are.
I'd like to make a comment, not as a spokesman for the Free State Project or anything like that, because I'm not, as you may or may not know, we don't have a leader. We don't have any hierarchy at all. And but I'd just like to say that I can personally guarantee that you are under no threat, personally, physically. No harm will come to you, whether you are a Fed or not. Okay, you have nothing to worry about. We're all peaceful people. No one is going to do anything to you. If you pulled out a badge right now and said, I'm a Fed, we'd say, okay, well, we'd appreciate it if you weren't here tomorrow. That's it. No one's going to come and attack you during the night. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. You have my solemn oath on that. Okay? You have nothing to worry about. And I also want to say, if you are not a Fed, I am extremely sorry for putting you through this. Okay?
Me too.
But we have, I think we have a series of events, let's say, that have led up to this point, and maybe even you will say, I can understand where they're coming from when we air this. Okay?
I like to think that I'm intelligent enough and knowledgeable enough to understand your concerns. I do. It stands to reason.
Okay?
So maybe we could chat about a couple of our concerns to help you make us feel more comfortable, and I hope that we've made you feel more comfortable, because what he just stated right there is the absolute truth.
Well, this is big. Being able to talk to you face-to-face, all of you, directly, is very big for me. Before we're standing here in this circle right now, I had a shadow.
You had what?
A shadow.
A shadow.
A shadow.
Who's that?
I'm not entirely sure, but it went from me coming out here and networking, partying, having a good time, drinking some beer, meeting a lot of people, wonderful people with great ideas. And it went from that to me looking over my shoulder everywhere I go.
Most everybody here is extremely friendly and outgoing and wants to welcome new people.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Who was it that was going peeking around looking through my car?
Through your what?
Who went peeking around looking through my car?
I have no idea.
Are they here?
I have no idea. I didn't know that happened. Anybody know about that?
Okay, can I ask you another question?
Absolutely.
While all this was happening and I was being confronted rather aggressively by you, and I know I tried to communicate that I felt your edges were a little rough and needed to be smoothed out. During that time period, some unknown individual decided to set up camp on my site. So that when I returned from this aggressive confrontation, I saw that there was a stranger on my real estate.
I don't know.
You don't know anything about that?
No, I never left the hall.
Is there anything that you can do to help me?
Absolutely.
Remove that person from my site? And
Are you a liberty activist willing to be on the front line against socialism? FreeKeene.com would like you to consider moving here to Keene. While Keene may have the largest number of liberty-oriented media outlets in the entire state of New Hampshire, there's still a need for more activists. Can you help them? Visit freekeene.com to see what's happening. freekeene.com hooks you up with all the liberty media in town. Join the Keene Liberty activists and help free the beautiful city of Keene, New Hampshire from the clutches of the government. freekeene.com